Hi and welcome to Australian Gamers Friday Night Podcast. I'm Yug.
And I'm Matt.
And I'm Oracle.
Yes, that's right. We're down here in Sydney. Oh, I missed the whole... This is what we're talking about.
Yeah, but just do it this way.
All right, cool.
So what we're here for.
Yes, good. That's right. We're down in Sydney. That's why we've got Oracle here with us. We're at his place again.
We're down here.
It's not haunted with gay at the moment.
Not this time.
Which is good.
It's only haunted with gay at night.
Yeah, only at night. But we actually came down for the Australian launch of the PlayStation 3, or the launch...
No, the media launch.
The media
this
launch.
is not the actual launch, because there's probably a lot of people thinking, you retards.
Yeah, no, but...
You're there early.
Yeah, no, it's not launched yet.
And so I thought we'd spend most of this podcast talking about the PlayStation 3, our impressions, and basically having to put up with Oracle.
Again.
Yeah.
I'm a lot calmer this time.
Really?
Now that there's a recording device on you, before you were singing,
on my own techno remix. That's pretty good, though.
Yeah, come on, do it for all the listeners.
Okay, all right. No more.
Where's the lyrics?
No lyrics.
Come on.
No, okay, the official Australian Gamer lyrics.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, so it goes like we got... Everyone's quoting, so it's every thrown in there.
Okay,
so it's like, house is gay. I'm Yug. Matt. Know how your voice was higher than everyone else's?
Yeah, I know. I noticed that.
Well, I feel like an ass as well. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Hey, you're the one who's been doing it the entire time we've been here.
I can't do it in front of a whole live audience.
You're not in front of a live audience.
Shut up.
Anyway, look, let's talk a bit about the PlayStation.
Yes.
3.
Yes. Not to be confused with the PlayStation 2, which is almost the exact same thing.
But okay, first of all, was there anything new that we actually got out of this media launch?
No. Oh, no. Actually, a few things like
Yeah.
the PSP connectivity thing. They cleared it up for me.
Yep.
Well, you can leave the PS3 on, and you can turn your PSP on, of course, to connect to it.
Yep.
And you can actually... Any movies you've got downloaded onto your PS3 hard drive, either from the internet or from, just locally, you can stream it live to your PSP.
Yeah, now, I did know about that, and as a PSP owner, that interests me to some degree. My question is, how far exactly can that go? Like, can you take a Blu-ray that you've bought, and can you watch that on your PSP?
I would have thought it's similar to, like, the Xbox 360 Media Center, how you can have a 360 down by your TV. Where most people's 360s are, I suppose, with like a wireless internet connection. You can stream stuff off a Windows Media Center enabled PC, and you can stream DVDs or anything off it. It doesn't matter how high the quality is.
Sorry, is this on the 360?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Paying attention.
Deviating off topic there.
Yes, no, I get that, but the Xbox 360 isn't a PSP. Specifically, the Xbox 360... The PSP has such a small screen. If you're taking a Blu-ray disc and trying to watch it on a PSP, you're going to have to downsample it live as you're playing.
But will that happen?
Will it do that sort of thing?
But even so, if you can still do that, even if it downsizes it, loses a few quality and sound, that will still be pretty bloody good.
It would have to, yeah.
Be handy, yeah.
Yeah, I think like the only situation you could use this kind of thing is that if you got the PS3 at your TV, you're sleeping, you want to be in bed, you can watch it on your PSP. I think that's pretty cool.
So it's encouraging people to be even more lazy.
Pretty much. Yeah. But also to be Sony whores and just own everything.
Oh yeah, like,
Sony
hey guys, check this out. Wow. Like,
You are a walking, talking sound effect. You realise that.
Why would you say that?
Why?
And why would someone say, hey guys, check this out? Like, what is the context for what you just said?
You just want to show off. I mean, like with the Wii, you got all those pointless channels, like you can vote and you can watch the news and read the news and weather. It's just like, hey, check this out. Wham!
They're
Bam!
They're the sort of things you only ever look at once, and that's to show somebody, hey, look what I can do if I ever wanted to.
It's not like you go on every time in the week, like, oh, by the way, what's the weather? Like, oh, it's fine. I didn't know that.
Because the other option is look to the left where there's a window.
Yeah, that's unless you live in the basement, you're 39-year-old.
Keep going.
We'll keep going. Let's keep going. We're not talking about a certain forum.
Okay,
remember?
well, look, let's get.
It's all coming back.
Well, okay, mate. Let's go on to a couple of other things they announced.
Right.
Can I just say there was one thing that I got out of the launch thing that I hadn't quite realised.
Yes.
The PlayStation 3 may not entirely completely suck. I actually was quite impressed with a few of the things they were showing.
Like what?
In particular, there was a bit where they paused Resistance: Fall of Man, and
Yeah,
they
they
were
had the CEO of Insomniac who was actually there showcasing Resistance and playing through a couple of levels. And
yeah, one thing he did was put on a debug mode where he actually froze the action, and you could see bullets like floating in the air and stuff. It was actually quite impressive, and some of the things that he was showing, like a particular grenade that when it explodes, it's like the fragments. It showed the fragments all bursting out from it and stuff. I just thought that was impressive, and in terms of what was happening in the machine's processor at a time, I thought it was a really nice demo.
Yeah, it looks very good. You know what the thing that really annoys me though? How every developer or whatever, they go on about like, as they freeze it, like, now check this out, like each spike in this grenade has its own physics that the cell processes calculating all at the same time, and like there's millions of enemies. It looks pretty, and this is, I mean, I don't give a crap, you know, just it explodes, and that's cool.
I think
I know what you mean.
What you mean is like things like that shouldn't have to be paused and slow motioned and explained in order to be.
It drives me nuts.
Like if that's the only way you can get across to people how impressive it is, then it's just not impressive to most general people.
No,
you know
that's
what
true.
I mean?
No one cares about it. They just want it to go.
Boom. Don't get me wrong. Like it is impressive. The stuff he was saying, the calculations and things like that. Yes, it is impressive. But I mean, I didn't notice that the first time when I was watching him play. I didn't look at that grenade and think, "Wow, the calculations on that are great." If something happened and it made me go, "Wow, that's amazing," then that would have been different. But I didn't do that.
No.
At all.
But I hate it when they single out games. Like it's like, this is what our game can do. Every game can do that. You can make any game look like that.
They have to do that. They have to. They have to show that the PlayStation 3 is more powerful than the Xbox 360. And at the moment, they can't do that by putting the games side by side.
Yeah. I mean,
which is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
One thing that he said that I thought was really interesting was that it couldn't be done. The game couldn't have been done on any system before that. Now, was he saying any system, or was he just referring to earlier versions of the PlayStation?
He said current systems. He goes, we couldn't do this on current systems, which I think is a bit, you know.
Well, because I wondered, I didn't see anything there that couldn't really have been done on an Xbox 360.
Yeah, me neither.
But I mean, that's the thing. Maybe that's what they were trying to point out, was that all these calculations and stuff couldn't be done without a significant hit to the frame rate.
It was a grenade. It went boom.
No, but
I get what you mean. But the way it went boom, man. The way it went boom.
But look, I mean, that was nice and impressive. Personally, for me, I thought the most impressive thing was there was a trailer for MotorStorm at the end of it, which was I was leaning over to Matt at the time, and I was like, "Is this in-game graphics, or is this a rendered cutscene?"
Yeah.
We could not tell, and
that's
always
impressive.
a good sign.
To explain it to you guys, it did an overlay view of the canyons, and it looked real. It's like
very impressive.
The distance was like, there was no distance. You could see to the horizon, and the canyons, the rocks, the textures, and you're like, I was looking for that helicopter shadow or where they filmed it from. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, it was very impressive. It was very almost photorealistic with a lot.
In that same.
Impressive.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Sorry, just open the window.
Oh, the lights! It
burns. In that same overall theme of shiny fancy fanciness, what did we all think of the Gran Turismo demo that he showed?
It looks really. I mean, the car itself looks amazing. It looks, the reflections, the model itself. It looks fantastic. I can't go on enough how great it looks. But the backgrounds, like he did talk about the things in the background a lot. And the mountains in the background, it looked like it was just a pretty copy and paste there. Like it wasn't an object. It was just pasted there.
I actually thought the opposite. I actually was really impressed by the backgrounds, but I thought the car itself looked kind of jaggy and a little dodgy. Yeah, I just wasn't that impressed. Mostly because they made a really big deal about the fact that the intro was all real time, and I was watching and I'm like, holy crap, that not only looks like real car footage, but good real car footage.
It was, but this is.
But why wasn't, if that's if that's real time, why did the actual game look like about a quarter of the quality of that?
This is something I noticed, because after the actual event, they were showcasing all the games downstairs.
You could play them all, yeah.
And I don't know whether it was the TVs, because I remember the 360 games when we played them.
No, he did say the TVs were supporting 1080p. Like
they were 1080p. He said absolutely that, and for something like that, they would have gotten the best TVs they could.
Maybe they were just really, really crisp or really clear or something like that. But they looked jaggy and they didn't
Yeah.
look very smooth.
It looked really
Oh,
stiff.
mention Fear.
Oh
actually.
my god, Fear, the actual game that's been on PC and the 360 that looks fantastic on each one. It's on the PS3. It looks shocking. You look
I
at it,
actually didn't see Fear as such. I just walked past someone playing a game. I didn't see what it was and thought, wow, that looks really crap. I wonder
Yeah.
what sort of
it
second-rate
was
game that
terrible.
is.
It
And
was
I only
crap.
found out afterwards that it was Fear.
It gave me a headache, actually.
And I
Ugh.
played a little bit of Tekken 5, which I love. I love Tekken.
That was
You do.
awesome, yeah.
you
but
love
but
Tekken Dark Resurrection on the PSP.
yeah,
That's one
I
of
like
the
Tekken on the
highlights,
like Tekken on the PSP, and honestly, I think that version could have been done on the PSP,
Yep.
let alone the PlayStation 2. Tekken 5 looks like a PlayStation 2 game, and not an especially good one.
No, it just looks like a shinier PS2 one. Like, it does look pretty, but it just looks like a shinier one on the PS2.
Yeah,
There's
but
nothing outstanding for
the
it.
actual textures and the like the resolution and the polygons and stuff, like you can see polygons. I don't want to see polygons on a PlayStation 3 game.
But when-
Not big ass ones.
But when you compare Dead or Alive 4 on the 360 when
Yeah,
it came out,
exactly.
you're like, wow, that's next gen.
Yeah.
That looks
I would,
amazing.
You know what I would love to see? I would love to see two exact same monitors set up with a version of a game which is on both. Tony
Yes.
Hawk Project 8.
Tony
or
Hawk
Marvel
Project
Ultimate
Day
Alliance,
or
one of those games sort of thing. I would love to see them side by side, same TV,
Rainbow Six
set
or
up
something
on
like
the
that.
same resolutions,
Yeah.
and see how they look. Because I'm really quite confused and frustrated. I remember when I saw 360 games on some TVs and they looked jagged,
Yeah.
and dodgy. But you know, on big TVs and things like that, it looks great because it's all smooth. It's all
Yeah.
smoothed out sort of thing. Whereas,
So,
yeah,
wait, you want to compare the 360 and the PS3 or the TVs themselves of how it makes the console
Yeah,
look?
good question.
Because
actually.
I reckon if you got a 360 and a PS3 on the same game, to be honest, I reckon a lot of ports would look exactly the same.
But that's why I'm saying I would like to see that.
Okay.
I remember there was
Yeah.
a comparison video that came out a while ago. I don't think it's fair because it was on YouTube.
Yeah,
or
you
whatever.
can't.
Was it on
see
Ridge
enough.
Racer? Or-
No, it was.
No,
Call
it was
of
a
Duty 3.
Call of Duty 3.
Oh,
man.
right.
Showed the Wii, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360.
Now
Oh,
you could tell
wow.
the Wii because it was noticeably lower
Yeah, the
quality.
textures were-
Even
Oh,
on
yeah.
YouTube, you could
Oh,
tell.
The
It's
difference
terrible.
between the 360 and the PlayStation 3 version.
It seemed more to do with brightness than anything
yeah, it
else.
did, and that's why I'm saying I'd love to see.
Yeah, I'd
Same
like to
TV
see the
with-
same. I'd like to see some of the newer games, like the Splinter Cell game coming out for the. Is there a PS3 version coming out?
Double Agent,
Double
yeah.
Agent.
It comes
Yeah.
out with a female character.
Right.
Who actually doesn't look sexy. I was looking forward. I'm like, yeah, they're going to make her like sexy type with G-strings.
Hold on,
and
no,
yeah.
there already was a female character in the last.
Yeah,
She
but
wasn't
you play
playable.
one. You play
Yeah.
one.
Oh.
And she looks really ugly. It's like a robot. I am a robot. I am female. Like that kind of thing. I want like G-string Lara Croft's Blood Rain sexy princess. No, not princess.
You're a
I was just waiting for you to throw in some male character in
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
Anyway.
I mean like the Assassin's
Like
Creed
Cloud.
guy. What's his name, by the way?
I don't know, but stop
Okay.
making
I think
those
that's his
faces
name,
at me.
Assassin's
Don't
Creed.
Ah!
Anyway, yes. No, I would love. I would also love to see some games that, particularly because it's one thing when a company has been working with the particular hardware for like 12 years and has had all the help from the.
Yeah,
You know, but when you've got a
hence
third
why
party-
Final Fantasy 12 and God of War 2 look fantastic on the
Yeah.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, they-
but even aside from that, I mean, when you got say, what's the game that was the big deal? Killzone.
Yep.
When you've got Killzone 2
yeah.
and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like that's going to be an exclusive. They're going to have had so much help. They're going to have pushed it right down that path. But when you've got a game from a third party, like some of the Splinter Cells and Rainbow Six, and God knows we're going to see a lot of games
Yep.
that won't have been pushed down that one path. They might well be much better judges of what the two systems are capable of.
Yeah.
Not just because they're showing us what they're capable of, but what they can practically do. Like, it's one thing to go, yeah, it's capable of so much more, but only if you spend another 12 months working on the game.
Have you guys read or heard anything from developers themselves talking about working on the same game that comes out in the 360 and the PS3?
They don't mention much. They just mention like, oh, this was a 360 title. We've just moved it to the PS3.
Yeah,
like,
I
is
wanna-
that hard? Like, do
yeah,
they have to
I
like redo everything?
I
or
wanna
something?
I
find
would
that
think
out.
so. There would be a fairly
I wanna find
extensive
that out. Let's
process
find that
involved
out.
in
We'll
that.
find
Okay.
that out.
But this actually brings us to the backwards compatibility list of the PS3. I mean, not a list. It can play everything, right? Like,
I do think so. I do
have
think
no-
it can fully
Oh, yeah,
play
yeah,
backward
it can
compatible
you
with
can play PlayStation
PS2
and
games.
PS2 games, and unlike
cool.
the 360, it's not emulated.
yeah, that annoys me.
Yeah.
It's actually the same hardware, or it's got the existing hardware, and I don't
Well, with the
talk out
PlayStation 1 and 2, the PlayStation 2 actually had the PlayStation 1 CPU as its I/O controller. So
Oh,
when it
right.
played the PlayStation 1 games, it actually just shuffled them straight
It
to
used
that
the real
chip.
thing.
Used the
That's
actual
cool.
chip. And they might well have done something similar, used the Emotion Engine as a... I
That's
don't
one
know.
of the SPUs.
I don't-
I learned something
Well,
today.
the SPUs are actually, from what I understand, they're actually broken off bits of the actual...
processor.
Yeah, there's the two processors, but the SPUs are apparent from something I heard are actually like they've taken one of the same processor and sliced it into bits.
All right.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
So that because for the backward compatibility thing, the reason why I brought that up, so you can buy God of War 2 and Final Fantasy 12 and play it on the PS3 because
Yeah,
it'd be cool if they actually. I know
Because
it's like
of the-
asking too much, but wouldn't it be good if they made it for the PS3? Like it would help sell the PS3 a lot. Just
You got to understand that the PlayStation 2 is still the biggest selling console,
Oh.
and selling, as in, it is still.
yeah.
no,
I get that. But
absolutely.
if you're in the middle of developing a game and there's going to be a next generation of the console, like they did with
Duke Nukem
Zelda.
Forever as well.
No, yeah, they did with Zelda. They brought out a Wii version and a GameCube version. Now
Yeah.
that to me is an entirely reasonable thing to do. I mean, while you're working on the game anyway, bump it up
You don't
just
want
that
to
little
delay it
bit.
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
right.
the GameCube,
You know.
that's a little bit different because the difference in graphics between a GameCube and a Wii is actually
Not that much.
That much.
Like
No,
3
no.
times,
So
that's probably it.
I don't think that's quite fair.
I think it's fair.
I don't think so.
Wait, what are we
It's
talking about
not.
again?
I'm not sure.
No, I think you're right. There would be a fair amount of extra expense in going. All right, we've got
Oh.
our PlayStation 2 version of a game. Let's make a PlayStation 3 version side by side.
Nah.
There would be a lot of extra expense to that, but
Yeah, there would be.
that's kind of Sony's job is to cover that expense. I would think.
Nintendo did
No,
that
not
thing.
really.
Or at least support it
we
to
don't, we don't really know that. That's not something we can really
No.
talk about. Anyway, let's. Is there anything else? Oh, what?
Can you close that thing again?
Okay.
Because
Oh,
all I
but-
see is blindness.
Well, put your glasses back on.
That's funny.
Oh,
You know, I
nice.
actually went out on Friday night, and I got so drunk that when I walked home, I took my glasses off.
Wait, what? You
And-
got drunk?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You went
was-
out and socialized?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We're switching roles. Yeah.
It's what?
Anyway,
You are.
Hold on. No. It's okay because my voice will start going up and I'll start talking like this.
Go for it, Matt. Do it.
anyway,
Oh, he's not amused.
No,
on
he's not.
the walk home, halfway home, I took my glasses off. I don't know why because I can't see without my glasses on.
That's a bit
So
weird. Maybe because
I
you're
may
drunk.
have died.
You know, people do stupid things when they're
I
drunk.
know.
People do drunk things when they're stupid.
So I woke.
Hold on.
Wait, don't
Yeah.
look at me.
Okay.
I went home and then I vomited for about an hour and a half, and then
Lovely.
I went and had a sleep, and then I woke up still fully dressed, boots on, everything.
Yeah.
But was it worth it?
Yeah, it was great
Of
night.
course it was.
I
Excellent.
just want to make a reminder to everyone that this is Yug's 3.5 week of
Yep.
no alcohol,
Yep.
no,
No
fatty
alcohol.
food, and no drugs of.
Whoa, slow down. I did
oh
just
no,
have Macca's.
you did have Macca's, but we were.
There's like no. It's look. It's more about the no alcohol, no cigarettes, nothing like that.
No
Look,
personality.
it's
I don't want to keep making a fuss about this until I've gone for 2 months.
No,
which
I
is
think
my
you're doing
plan,
well,
so-
man. I think we should congratulate him.
Hey, look, I'm very. I just don't really want people saying good stuff, congratulations, until I've
They
gotten
already
through.
you created
Just in
a
case you
thread
fail.
for
Just
it.
in case I failed. Yeah.
You created a thread
No,
for
I
it, so
want
you
to
get
let
that.
people know to start with, but I
Well,
didn't
we're
want
giving-
to
we're
continually
giving
bring it
them
up
the
every
update.
podcast like we're doing now.
We're giving him the update, man. People need to know about their
Can we-
Yuggy
What
What
puggy.
sort of an
back on topic.
update are we going to
Yuggy
do?
puggy.
Every week, are we just going to do an update of, it's been another week? Like,
Yeah.
that is not very
Well,
interesting.
maybe it's just because everyone's expecting me to fail.
But the thing is, you could be drunk right now with
No,
like
really.
a
No one would
scotch in
know.
one hand.
No, we just took a video. We took photos. I'm
Yeah,
not
but you
drinking.
had the drink behind.
We'll
them.
edit them out. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll stop it and do that whole 360 thing like they did in Full Resistance.
Yeah,
Man
well,
of something.
No.
and
Yeah.
No.
No. Anyway, look, is there anything else to talk about other the at the PlayStation 3 event? They did say the first 20,000 units that get sold get a free copy.
Oh, that
of
was interesting. Yeah, that
Casino
was a bit
Royale
of
on
news.
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray, yeah.
I don't know. Like the price is definitely $1,000.
No. It's under that.
$99.95.
Why do you think they
Recommended
do?
retail price.
Why don't they just say
Because
$1,000
less
bucks?
than $1,000.
But it doesn't.
But it does.
Do you know what it sounds
Hard
like? It
cash.
sounds like exactly
Yes, to you.
$1,000.
Yes, to you and me. Yes, it does. No, but it
Do you know what they should say? They should just say $1K.
actually what they should say is it's actually going to be $1,049.90.
What?
Because you'll have to buy the component cables to go along with it.
Yeah,
and plus
yeah,
a
you
game.
have to
You
buy-
have to buy a game with it.
But
Plus
you
a
get
controller.
Casino Royale free.
Well, you don't want to buy $1,000 thing and watch some Blu-ray thing on your standard TV.
Yeah, well, that's
They should actually not list a price. They should just list instructions.
Right.
Please bend over.
But look, I mean, for all our complaining and criticism, and all very valid as well.
Except for you.
Could
Yeah. Keep going.
just
Keep
stop
going.
touching
Dude.
me, dude.
Just keep
Really?
going.
No, it's
You're
I'm
holding.
gonna keep going.
You're holding us up. Come on.
Yeah,
Oh.
just get it moving, dude.
Get off me!
What's he going on about?
I don't know. He's just...
Is he thinks you are taking drugs, aren't
I
you?
think he's
broke
actually-
it. He broke it. People, he's taking drugs. He's hurting me. Ah!
We'll be back any minute.
All right, here we go. Oh, he's pulling the camera.
Oh,
out
he's got the
again.
camera.
Yeah.
No hijinks.
I'm saying, if you touch me again,
You'll
There'll
take
be
a photo.
All right.
You'll take a photo. Go on.
Don't.
Yeah, you missed that one. You bitch. Go on. Yeah, bitch. He's taking
Can
photos.
we keep going with the podcast?
He's taking
This is
photos
of my
really
feet.
distracting.
We are.
Okay, so I think we're finishing up on the PS3 thing now.
Yeah, look, is there anything else we want to say? I was just trying to finish off by saying that, I think it's got a lot of potential.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I actually like the look of the PlayStation 3. A lot of the games and things like that.
Now he's fondling my leg. The difference is I don't really care.
Actually, the difference is he likes it.
A little bit.
Oh, he does? I'll stop then. But
My pants feel kind of small.
stop it.
Maybe make an Oracle.
You know
feel,
what's
that's
really
great.
you know what's really bad? I
What's
just looked
bad?
at his crotch to double check.
You won't be seeing anything there.
Oh. Okay. But
Um,
before we finish up on the PS3 thing, I can't believe all the functionality it comes with. Like, there's so much things you can do with it.
It does.
But it's still ultimately just bullshit. Really,
yeah, I think
mean,
it is too
still
much.
is just. Sorry, but it is.
Yeah.
It's still just a video games machine, and yeah, it's great. It can make a really fancy-looking photo album.
Very
look,
fancy.
It's
it
a
can.
nice photo
and,
album.
like music and images, and as a media center, it's quite cool. But like someone that was at this thing, from a TV show that actually came up, asked me a couple of questions, and one of them was, with the PlayStation 3, what do you see that you'll be doing most about, or what do you like most about this functionality stuff? And I'm like, the games. Like, that's why I would spend $1,000 on it.
I'm gonna
games,
use it to
not
plug
for
my camera phone into it to upload.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
photos.
exactly.
I'm not spending $1,000 on a photo album. Like,
Yeah, this is
that's not
It
what
is
it's
a
about.
PlayStation.
But it
thing.
supports CF cards as well.
It's like they're all nice, but yeah.
What?
It supports compact flash cards.
Yeah, the Wii doesn't. Yeah.
And also-
I don't know what that means.
No, I don't either.
Me neither. Yeah. No.
All right. Let's lead it. Do we have anything else to say about the
Not
PlayStation?
really.
Yeah, I have one thing to say about it, which is just that we can whine all we like, but it's still probably going to be a massive hit. They're almost certainly going to sell out of them immediately. And
I can't remember who said. Someone from Microsoft. They said Sony PlayStation can slap their name on anything and sell it. And
Yeah,
he said
yeah.
a brick. He said they
I
can
think
slap
it was,
on a brick and then sell
Moore.
it like hotcakes.
something more.
Peter Moore.
Bit more.
Peter Moore
No, I think it might have been
in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, who basically said they are gonna sell out of them. They can just slap the PlayStation name on
absolutely.
anything, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to be the same here as everywhere. They're gonna, there's going to be no shortage of people buying them. There's no shortage of people who go, yeah, $1,000 for PlayStation 3, bargain. The people that are going to be the hard people to sell are the people who've already bought an Xbox 360.
Yeah. Or
And giving
Jin because he has no money.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you've got that.
Yeah, but yeah, people trying to convince people that they need to spend another $1,000 on a system is going to be tricky.
True.
God,
All right,
you're
well,
so-
look, let's. What?
No, nothing. I was gonna say you're so interesting. I love it. No, I can't help it, man. I just tune out very easily. I've got a very.
So you didn't actually hear a single word that matched.
Well,
Not really.
whatever.
I heard PlayStation. I zoomed back in. I'm like, yeah. Well, he ended. I'm like,
Yeah.
Can-
The PlayStation.
Actually, this might be a good chance to talk about the Wii drought.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
gonna
the
we're
Wii
gonna
drought.
talk about the
We're
Wii
gonna
drought.
move into this, which is actually a feature that Oracle's going to be doing soon.
Yeah,
but
the feature will be
Evan,
up soon.
he
But
wants to talk a little bit about it now.
just a little bit, because a lot of people would agree with me, especially Joby. He created the thread to remind us all how pissed off he is with it. But yeah, absolutely. We've got our Wii. We've finished Zelda.
Yep.
Now what?
Now what? Yeah.
What do we do now? I mean, like, we got WarioWare. Like,
You
sure,
got
that's...
smooth moves. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, it's not gonna like keep us busy for the next 2 months. You can actually finish it in a day, and you'll probably have like about 2 or 3 days or a weekend fun with
Yeah.
it with mates, and that's it. I mean, we need
more,
more.
more games of substance.
And I got an
Well,
email.
you could go back through
Metroid,
some of the-
Mario.
They're coming out later in the year though, but I got an email from Nintendo saying, "Hey, here's a reminder for our awesome game launch."
Gay
Oh, there's
Gay
a
launch.
gay launch.
A Freudian slip
There's a
there.
Freudian
Yeah,
slip.
Stop
Yeah.
touching people's legs.
I'm not. Anyway, but yeah, they said here's our awesome game launch for February and March, and it's like, you know, WarioWare. Okay, yep, that came out in January, so it's not really a February and March launch.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you got
Yep.
Excite Truck. I'm like, wait, wasn't that meant to come out at launch?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Well, it was
okay.
supposed to be like a month after launch or a few weeks after launch, but it
Yeah.
kind of never happened.
It turned out to be a couple of months. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you got Excite Truck. We still have we got Trauma Center yet? I really want Trauma Center.
I
I
don't know.
Don't
Because
know what's
I
happening
know-
with that one.
You guys definitely know about it, right? Don't you?
Yeah.
it
It's a
looks,
DS
it looks
game.
fantastic. I love it. I mean, like,
Yeah.
just by watching the Americans play it, I'm like, damn the Yanks. But yeah, I'm
Yeah,
really
this
sad it's not in my
there is a
hands.
real shortage. I mean, you look at we were having a look at some little graphs before from Kotaku, and there was
Bakaki.
Bukaku.
Bakakotu.
That's actually the second Bukkake reference we've had on the podcast.
Yes.
Oh, really?
I'd like to
Yeah.
thank Oracle for
I love
Yeah,
contributing
thank,
that.
thank you for bringing that up again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Gargle it.
Lovely.
Yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. Keep going, Matt.
We've
Yeah.
made it
You
to
can
a new
recover
low.
from that quite easily.
Yeah, no, I
Go
was
for it.
just going to say that we were looking at a graph, growth,
The grave
Griffin,
of the
I don't
Wii.
know, something. There was
Something
lines.
starting with G. Yeah,
There
go
were
on.
lines. I don't
Gay.
know, but anyway, there was.
Cook with the gay stuff, man.
But yeah, they were showing the different consoles and particularly the Nintendo consoles and
Yeah.
how their launch, like their launch titles have been, and then how the ongoing 4 months I think it covered.
4 months, yeah, 4 months. The first 4 months of Nintendo's launch of Nintendo 64, the GameCube, and the Wii.
Yeah, and now it was interesting to see all of them had reasonable launches. The Wii had a much higher level at launch.
No, it didn't. The GameCube did, which is what surprised me. The GameCube was the highest
Wasn't the
one.
Wii the
No,
the
GameCube
white one?
actually had the most games.
It
at
had the
launch.
most games at launch, and then that's when it dropped, and no sales continued after that,
Yeah.
and it was a
Right,
flat
right.
line. But the Wii, it was the second highest, and it went down, and it
But
took
then
a
it-
month for it to recover, and it's going back up.
It's going back up.
Yeah.
quicker than the others.
So there's more games coming out. I don't know. They haven't released when Super Mario Galaxy is
okay,
coming
but
out. or what?
seriously, do games based on animated movies really count?
No.
No,
No.
especially
I
not
don't-
when they're
really
kids'
shouldn't.
movies.
I don't want to play Happy Feet or.
I say
Open Season.
Open season.
Similarly,
Why
you've
do
got
they
Avatar:
bother?
The Last Airbender.
Do those games
that's-
actually sell well?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh god,
they
yeah, they do.
Why?
Because it's
Because there's a
Nintendo.
for all for,
No,
for
no,
all
no.
we whine about how games aren't for kids, they also are. There are a lot of kids playing games. And there are a lot of parents buying games for kids.
No,
and
I
there's-
reckon the kids are like, Mum, can I have Gears of War? It's like, sure, sweetie, I'll get it for
The
you
other
Christmas.
thing is-
And then
That
the kid
happens a
opens
lot.
up, and then it's like, here's Happy Feet. And like, Mum,
that would be stabbing.
Yeah,
it
but
would
okay,
occur.
the
no,
other thing-
chainsaw action.
Oh wait!
What?
The other thing is, I mean, do you guys remember when you were younger, right? And you'd go see a movie. I mean, did you get that? Like, I'd love to play the game for this. I love this movie so much. I want to play the game for this movie. And even though the game may have had, heaps of flaws and heaps of problems, you really enjoyed playing it because you really enjoyed. the
But
movie
back
as
then,
well.
that's when the games were actually good from movies. Like, you had
Oh,
RoboCop
rubbish.
and Star Wars. and
rubbish, man.
most of them were good.
You've
No.
listed 2 games from a span of like 3 decades
And
back-
there.
no, no, no,
the
no,
game
no.
sucked.
Not the Japanese one. You didn't understand shit.
You would see.
And you're like, all right, kill the guy. Boom, mission failed. And it didn't say mission failed. It just went,
Right. So I'm sorry. I failed to see the goodness in that part. There.
Oh, okay.
He
I suppose not.
doesn't
but
get it,
Super
man.
Star Wars on the SNES, like all
yes.
the SNES
Well, there's
titles
one.
and
Congratulations.
King Kong.
On the what? On the 360.
When you were a kid.
When you're a kid.
I'm still a kid.
That's a good point.
And
Yeah,
my
true.
mum.
Well,
Oh.
look. Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
Yeah, no. I was going to agree with you pretty much. Like, whatever. Actually, a little higher would be good next time. 'Cause-
Yeah, that freaked me out, man.
There's always been a bit of an issue with Nintendo with not only their launches not having enough games, but after that, like down the track, the months after, the years after.
But it happens with any console. That's the problem. Like as soon as
it
the PlayStation,
does, but
happened with the 360. It's going to happen.
No,
with
it
the
does.
PS3,
You're right, absolutely.
And it happens. It happens
and
even before.
Then they hit their stride, sort of thing.
Yeah,
so.
like the 360. It's run, baby. It's run. It's got like Rainbow Six Gears of War, Lost Planet,
but the GameCube
Happy
didn't
Feet.
really hit any
even
sort of
even the
stride.
PSP is starting to get good games coming out. now.
Oh yeah, no,
Because it's been a year. Then so
it's been longer than a year. It's been 2 years.
With the PSP,
2.5 actually. Yeah, it didn't get released in 2005. It did.
Holy crap, he might be right.
Yeah. It's been 2
The
years.
boy might be right.
No, because it was
did,
it was
launch.
we're
doing Australian Gamer.
Yeah, we
It's been 2.5
You're
years.
wrong, Oracle.
No, I'm right.
you're wrong.
What, you're not. You're a crap Oracle.
It was
I'm an Oracle.
it was you're right. It
Kimber
was
Madball.
2005, but it was August 2005, and it is now February.
August 2005. Okay.
So
But theoretically,
that's
2005.
a year and like 3 months or something.
Okay.
All right. Well, look. Okay. So you'll do that feature, and we'll read about it. And
Yeah,
it'll be
absolutely.
informative and well written. And
So
Pretty much. It will include games that are coming out this year, next year. The most anticipated games for the Wii, and I'll
Cool.
have my little comments on it. And
okay. Well,
Because
look,
is there hope? Is there hope for serious hardcore Wii gamers? Because they've done such a good job of appealing to the non-hardcore gamers and the non-gamers and blah blah blah. But a lot of the people who play games are actually gamers.
that's actually a really good point.
So
There's some games out there. It's like, yeah, I mean, you got like, I'm gonna say it again. You got Metroid Prime, Mario Galaxy. You got Battalion Wars 2, which looks really cool. You got Fire Emblem. You've got everything. But there are a few games. Project Hammer as well. There's a lot, but there are games out there that
they're
still
not
look cool,
out yet.
but
they're,
they're not.
they're coming out soon. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that'll be interesting. Look, just
You look very interested.
no, I wasn't. I was actually just fading off. I'm just like, we need to wrap this up.
for the record, also we got up at 4 a.m.
We
So
did. We're
Yeah,
pretty
we
tired.
come to this
me,
thing,
me and
so-
Matt actually had to get up at 4 a.m. to catch a flight down to Sydney today, and we're going back in a couple of hours.
So-
Yeah,
we're tired.
Oh,
Things we do for you.
And cranky and not in a mood to put up with Oracle.
Oracle's crap. Yeah.
Well, I didn't say anything.
You just said something then, and you know what? By
What?
saying something then,
yeah, fucking
get
fuck you.
off me.
He said dirty words.
Oh, we can
We'd
bleep
like
it
to
out.
apologise
No,
for anyone.
we can't.
Go back and bleep it out,
No,
man.
I don't want to.
Why? It's fun. It is awesome.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong, and
No,
no
he's
one
not.
likes you.
He's got a point.
You're
You are
and
wrong.
No one likes you. That's why no one came to the Sydney meet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you like that?
No one came to the Sydney meet.
No
It
one.
was
Speaking of
Sydney
which,
meet is
except for one.
you.
Me.
I'd just like to say how disappointed I am in
Me too.
everyone that listens to this podcast or goes to Australian Gamer that no one actually went. And this is actually a general shout out to anyone on any forums that read there was a meet. You know, I mean, we're trying to put together opportunities for people to meet outside of nerdy gaming, social circles and stuff.
Stop
like
breaking
that.
my chair.
I like breaking your chair.
Can I just suggest we move away from criticising people for not attending our social functions and maybe move in a more positive direction of suggesting they come to the Brisbane one?
Well, not the Sydney people. That's a bit of a trek.
That
It
is.
is,
But
but
the point is, it was our fault because we only gave a week notice.
We did only give a week notice, so there will be another one. It'll probably be a bit better planned, probably at an outdoor area like a barbecue or
Like,
something like
yeah,
that.
barbecue and like
Looks to be
Homebush
on
or
the
something.
agenda.
There'll probably be
And
strippers.
We'll
and-
probably,
Absolutely.
Oracle's going to strip, that's right, and we'll have the support from a couple of other gaming sites and forums
Yep.
and things like that. But there is the Brisbane meet this Saturday at my house.
Woo!
And in the Fortitude Valley in Brisbane. So make sure you come, because you will regret it if you miss it. Because just to put a bit of incentive there, I've actually got a friend of mine who's going to be turning up. Just if anyone's going to bag it out for being a gamer / sausage fest and stuff like that, there is a friend of mine turning up with a whole bunch of her girlfriends. They're on a hens night.
Wow.
Who is the girl?
Huh.
Her name's Mel, not that Mel.
But wait, we've got Romy coming as well. That's one girl.
I know a couple of your friends called Mel.
I've seen one girl. I saw a girl the
short.
other day.
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, exactly.
She's cute.
But is
Yeah,
Romy
she is.
coming up?
Yeah, Romy's coming.
Yeah,
Oh,
Romy's
I
coming.
love Romy. Romy, I love you.
Romy's coming. She's bringing a couple of friends from Chrome, apparently.
Yep,
So,
yep.
Oh, that's sweet.
Look, there
Very
should be a
cool.
lot of people there. Most of the people that came to the IDGA meet will
Yeah.
now be there.
Yeah,
as well,
it should be
so
good. It
Just,
should definitely be good.
We'll have a ball pit well, of the lights and
I thought you weren't going
going
to do that.
No, I'm setting that up. May as well.
Just make sure you don't allow
Big
that
projector
Ripper,
with the Wii and 360 and things like that.
the Ripper Jack guy. Just be careful of him.
He's a scary
He
dude.
does
He
scare me,
is.
but
If
you know
you're-
what?
no.
I just can't believe that he can possibly be any more scary than a lot of the other people, random people from the valley that
Dude.
I've had.
Yeah,
No.
true,
parties
true.
at my place. No, dude, you haven't been to these parties.
Okay.
Seriously.
All right, fine. But
Okay.
no, so he freaks me out.
I've had people actually play security and bouncers on the door to kick people out of my parties.
to play.
To actually be security guards.
Oh, so they pretend.
They are security guards from nightclubs
Do you
who
pay
have
'em?
come over. No,
Oh,
they're
right.
just like, hey man, do you want me to do security at your party?
For free.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's it.
Why?
They just love it.
Did you lol?
What?
Did you just lol?
No, I didn't lol. I said
You better
whoa.
not have.
I
said
thought you
whoa.
said lol.
No,
Alright,
I
come on,
didn't say lol.
This is going over time. Let's wrap this up.
This has been pretty boring.
Has it?
No,
I don't know.
you've molested enough legs. I think that's enough. I
No,
think we've
I'm
got a leg molestation quotient of about
But
4,
that-
and
that-
you've rated at least a 3.4.
Yeah, look, don't look back right now and criticize the podcast.
In anger.
I mean, let other people do it.
yeah, that's what people will do.
All right, but thanks everyone for tuning in. It was
A
I
pleasure.
don't want to say good. I don't want to say a pleasure. It was our obligation once again to actually stop by and do a podcast with
Yeah.
Oracle here in
Yeah.
Sydney. So,
No,
Of all the
very nice of
podcasts
you.
we've ever done, this one is definitely the most recent.
yeah, fantastic. All right, cheers. Thanks a lot.
I love you all.
See you.
Ronnie,
Bye-bye,
my
kiddies.
number is 04.